let's get this flight plan loaded up. Import from SimBrief. Cool. Ground ops. Get the door open. Load in real time. See how long that's going to take. Hi Reese, how you doing? I'm just asking about. I'm just loading passengers into the plane, so I'm just trying to ask about with screen capturing. See what the crack is, so I can work between a few different screens. So it should come on. What should come on to a screen that's actually my tablet, which is cool. Hold on, turn the phone down. So we got a nice easy flight plan into London City, and we shall find out. So we're coming into runway 09 on an ILS approach. We don't want to go that far or that far. We'll come into that one. Right, passengers are loaded. So you should be getting the Navigraph. I don't know what the markers are. What markers are you on about? What markers are you on about? This screen here is from my tablet, which is my MFD. On the Navigraph map. Hold on. Oh, this. So basically, that is in a low IFR map. And I'm not sure what markers you're on about, other than what I was setting up for flying in. So I come inbound, this is called the teardrop, into the airport, so it should be quite cool. Coming over London City. The wee diamond things. Right. These are all waypoints. They're just like different type of waypoints. So you get a name of a waypoint for that one there, say that one there does too. And the wee diamond is to show you where the waypoint is marked. So you'll get them pretty much in every waypoint. Pretty much like a wee full stop. Write something, put a wee full stop on it so you know where the exact point is for it. Right, so I need to get this to fit into screen. Get my hat on. Right, let's get this wee cow if I can start it up. Get the fan on. So we'll get looking out for engine start. So I've brought this screen up here, right? So on the left hand you can see all the ITT prop and things like that. So this is all used for your engine start. So as I make my engine start, you should start to see the numbers rising. And the one in red, got to wait till that gets around about 150 and introduce mixture into it. Or 250 should I say. There's the mixture in, and that's the engine starting up. And we get the ITT settled in. I better close the doors, hold on. There you go. Yeah, they're kind of like Revs Reese. I'll show you. So on the top one, where it says 141, that's my kind of throttle rev counter. If I give it sort of quarter bit of throttle, that'll tell you what the pounds are that I'm producing in fuel. The one underneath that is the heat exchange, and then the third one is the prop revs. So that's the important one, the prop RPM. And also, you can see the flaps. So if I put it to flaps 10, you'll see the wee thing going down. Flaps 20, you'll see it going down. And full flaps, you'll see it going down. And this is all my important information. It gives me my altitudes, my speed, my direction, known as a PFD. There's no wind data on it at the moment. Don't need that. If I actually won't register it until I've actually taken off. So we don't know what the wind's going to be. So we're going to taxi down to there. And I don't know what traffic we've got today. I've got it switched on for live traffic, but we'll see when we get in the air. The flaps, Reese, are to help create lift in the plane, so when it's flying at a low speed, the flaps help to produce lift. I'll show you if I can. Hold on, let me get lined up, and we'll try and get an outside view so you can see what the flaps do. I'll just turn around here. Right. Have I got... Right, this here is your flaps. So you've got a level wing, okay, which is ideal for high speed. But when you're taking off and landing, you need a flap so that you can help create lift. And that's a flap extension. That's number 10 of the extension. And that's full flaps. So full flaps like that is what you would use for landing. So when you're coming in for a landing, this creates lift, so it keeps the plane in the air. If all your flaps were in like that, and you were coming in for landing at slow speed, the plane would just stall and fall out of the sky, because there's nothing to create a lift. So when we're taking off, we usually go flaps 1. And that's usually enough to get the plane airborne, and then you can retract it straight away. Hope that explains that. Right. Head him on. Got to get that to about 900 or just over 900. Let it settle in. Push that top in the pounds to 1200. You hear the turbo kicking in, and then we can roll. No, not in the wind speed, Reese, no. It just helps you create lift. We can take off from that. There we go. There's the landing gear going in. Flaps are in. So I've retracted the flaps in. As you see, the nose came down. That's because the lift has been taken away from it. So we're going to take a right turn and intercept the nav line. See, the nav line there is a bit broken, so we need to intercept that. Turn the nav mode up, 120. That will take us round there, as you can see, and we'll intercept that line, and we'll be on nav mode, as they call it. And because I'm coming into London, I've got to depart and get up to 25,000 feet. Which is what we'll set the altitude for. And there you have it. So you've probably got Navigraph on, Reese, so you can see that we've turned to intercept that line. And there it is there. Just zoom out. So this is what you can see in the actual aeroplane. And you can make out the wee green dots That means there's rain. Airspeed. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's sorting my airspeed out. Fuck knows what that was going on there. And there we have it as we depart Wales. Just inbound for Cardiff. So we are. Who's saying hurry up? She was saying airspeed. Airspeed. I was going too fast. My warning came on. There we go. We've intercepted the nav line. The plane will take a left-hand turn now. Right. Generally speaking, when you get to your altitude, you would then get yourself set up ready for your landing. So we're going to be taking an instrument landing system approach into runway 09 on a teardrop. So I'll get the teardrop up, switch it on to, I'm going to pour myself a can of Guinness, and then I'll switch it on to the tablet, and then you can see how we can get set up for our landing. So back in 2 ticks while let's get a can of Guinness. Yeah, they were basically on 9/11. On 9/11, they were all given, air traffic control had given all the planes an airport that they had to land in, and it was basically the closest airport to the flying position. So the air traffic control at that area would have circled them all, put them into a holding pattern, and started landing them one by one. Right, procedure. Going to select approach. ILS runway 09. We're coming into London City 2. And you can see the teardrop there for it. Our minimums in here are 360. Enter. And that's that one done. Fantastic. So we're all set up for our landing long before we even get there. It's an efficient system. I wonder what's what do you mean by efficient system? What the plane or the air traffic control to get them all landed in an emergency? If it's about that, about landing planes in an emergency, they're well rehearsed. Even in VATSIM, they do it in VATSIM. So when we get close to London, we'll come in low so you can see the London Eye and shit like that. We see we can follow the Thames into London City, eh? That'll be in about 160 miles. Yeah, the whole air traffic control system to get them landed. That's very efficient. It's the first time the Americans have had to use it. The British have never used it. And hopefully they'll never need to use it. I would imagine they would be shitting themselves, Reese. But to practice all that sort of stuff in simulators as well, so they'll know how to get them all down in an orderly fashion. Usually in a disaster, there's always a main man, or a main, depends if you're gender neutral, I don't know, a main person there to see it all. And if you think about it, in America, with all the states they have, there'll be a central air traffic control for each of the states, I would imagine. For an emergency, it's one towering system, or one system that would control all the traffic. No, the military can't. No, the military and civilian are completely different. So you can see my altitude climbing, my speed at 120 knots, climbing up through just coming up to 17,000 feet. And we're getting to an altitude of 25,000 feet. That's the aim. And you can see on the right hand side where it says 1500, that's my climb rate. So I'm climbing at 1500 feet per minute, or a bit more or a bit less. It usually gets a bit less the higher you go. But there you go, start to come down. It'll probably start to get, I think when we get to about 20,000 feet, that should end up saying about 1100 feet per minute, I would imagine. And if you see it bobbing up and down, that's because there's wind turbulence. That speed. So that speed there, 120 knots, that's about probably 180 mile an hour. So you're absolutely fine. The lowest speed I can do in my climb is 95. See what it says X? I can't remember what Y, G and X stand for, yaw, ground and something else. But 95 knots is my minimum speed for climbing. So if I reduce that down to 95 knots, you see I'll climb faster. The plane gets sore, so the nose comes up. So there you go, she'll stop at 95. Until I get to 25,000 feet. Once I get to 25,000 feet, and off she'll shoot. And you can see the nose is up quite a lot as I try and get to 25,000 feet. If I speed it up back to 120 knots, the plane will level off slightly, as you can see. And then when she gets to 120 knots, she'll start to climb up to 25,000 feet. Down there I think it's Cardigan Bay in Wales. Me and Lorna have been there in the motorhome. No, it won't flip the plane, Reese. It will stall, and because the plane is naturally front heavy, the nose just falls, it dips. So it won't flip the plane. I'll try and show you if you want. If I do that, it'll end up being a waste of a flight. So we're making way. I'm not sure if you've got a navigraph on or not, but we're making way. We're coming up to the first waypoint. And from there we'll end up over the Bristol Channel. That gives you the fear. So you can see we've got the Bristol Channel in front of us. Now, come up to 25,000 feet, and when we level off, the plane will get faster, and it should get to around about 170 knots. Oh, your tablet's dead. Just as well I figured out how to stream other programs at the same time via 3 monitors. So there you go, there's the climb rates coming down. We're hitting 25,000 and the speed starts to shoot up, as you can see. Now we should get to about 170. Yes, I was, Reese. I was absolutely petrified of flying. The first time I ever got back on a plane was in 1984, and planes went very advanced then. So it was all dodgy. I mean, if I can remember correctly, the flight was okay. My second flight that I ever had was out to Sweden in 1987, and the plane had a stall, and that was scary. A stall at 32,000 feet. I think the plane dropped down to, if I can remember, it was about 20,000 feet. I had to drop to 20,000 feet to get it to get its speed back up. I can't remember what happened then. Just planes were dodgy back then. They didn't have the same sophistication as what they've got now. And ever since that, I had been really scared of flying, hence why I got into flight simulators, so I could get a better understanding of how planes work. So the plane's bobbing up and down, so there's a bit of turbulence up here. Just sit down in the passenger seat. There you go. Hey. Yes, I would be, Reese. I think so. Hold on, my passengers are starving. I need to feed them all. Watch this, right? Pillows are there, right? I'm going to feed my passengers, so there's nothing there. No tables or nothing. Let's get the tables out and get them watered. Oh look, breakfast is being served. You should do this. That's a good experience flying. If you've never flown before, that is really cool. They're just super safe now. You can see the jet stream of an aeroplane up there. You can just make out his lights. That's the contrails that it's making. So we've got a plane nearby, a bit higher than us, obviously. And we're coming in towards some cloud as well. Bristol Channel. In Cardiff. Down there. So we've got a plane below us, 4,000 feet below us. We're approaching them, probably approach them in about two minutes. And they look as if they're descending. No, they're not, they're climbing. So might be head on with a plane. See if we can spot them. Can't see, and I'll show you. Can you see the wee black numbers? -34 and -98 and -76. All them are live aircraft at the moment. So you can see that -32 means that they're 3,200 feet below me, and we're approaching them. We can just make them out. See if I can. So it's a possibility we actually might meet on that magenta line. Uh, 1,000 feet between planes east. The rule of thumb they try and stick to 2,000, but the minimum distance really is 1,000. And he's 2,300 feet below me. And he's in front of me somewhere. And I don't see him. So we're not going to crash. He's now crossing my my magenta line. I don't have any warrants coming up in the TCATs either. No, don't see him. No, there he's there. It's an EasyJet. There you go. Can you see him? A320 EasyJet. Passed right in front of us. How cool was that? So there's no more planes. I'll be busy when we get into London, that's for sure. Ah, sorry Reese, you missed all the excitement. I had it displaying the wrong fucking monitor. That's a shame. Seen the plane go right in front of our nose. Were you watching the black dot? I was too busy looking out on the main monitor. I forgot to switch it over in the streaming method. You missed it, the EasyJet going. It was a good view of an EasyJet plane right in front of us. I didn't realise I had it on the wrong monitor. So in about 10 miles we're going to make our initial descent, and we'll get above the clouds, just above the cloud line, so we'll be cloud hopping, which is when you have the VR headset on, that's quite cool, the cloud hopping. I've not finished yet. There you go, I'll put it all away for you. You've finished your friggin' breakfast. You're not eating a thing. What the hell's going on here? Oh! You're still hungry. Bastards. Give them some pillows. They've got more fucking drinks. Costing me a fortune in this plane. It's 2 coffees. That's £5.60, please. What, eating the food and drinking all the time? Don't I know it? So we'll start to work our way down so that we're sort of jumping right above the cloud top. We'll do that in about 10 miles. And that will be our initial fix into London. I'm sure the Scotland was purely for photography reason. That's fucking why you ate most of it. I'm just going to look at Navigraph and see where I can pick up the Thames from. Right. You can see these wee arrows here in Navigraph. So if I go into VFR mode, I'm allowed to fly the Thames. So I might do that. That's London Heathrow. Huge airport. So we come down below, but actually I might just fly right over the top of London Heathrow and then pick up the Thames, and then we'll fly the Thames, follow that until we get to London City here. So by doing that we should London Tower here. Oh no, sorry, London Tower up here. So if London Tower's there, trying to figure out, the wheel will be here, and the O2 Arena is in here somewhere in it. I'll see if we can find it. Right, let's climb in, let's descend to 15,000 feet. There you go, starting to descend to 15,000 feet. Fucking hell. And we'll cloud top for a wee bit. We'll get to 15,000, we can roughly gauge how far down how much lower we need to descend to get above just above the cloud level. The wee woman's saying check gear because I get my throttle pulled right back. So she thinks that I want to land. And I'm not going to land at 20,000 feet. Are you watching it on the big telly or on your phone? You're on the phone tonight, are you? Was Kevin in bed? Get it on, put the television on, turn it up loud, and I'll shout out his name. Wake up, Kev. Kev! Get up! Kev! Wakey wakey! Wakey wakey, Kev! Put that in the big telly, see if it wakes him up. So we're nearly at the top of the cloud level and we'll be picking up the River Thames pretty shortly. And we'll fly the Thames into London City Airport. You've been to London, haven't you? And if you have, can you remember all the landmarks? Uh, 2012, wow. I'm pretty sure all the landmarks are still the same. See, all the black dots is starting to get a bit busy. The closer we get to London, there'll be loads of the black dots. Oh, you went to the Tate, the Globe Theatre and the London Eye. Cool. So we're going to cloud hop here. Descending a wee bit more, just below 15,000 now. Aye, nah, London's shite, man. Yeah, it was shite when me and Lorna went. Didn't like it one little bit. Went to Weatherspoons and it still cost fucking £6 a pint. And that was what, how many years ago was that when we went? I think it was about 10. No, it wasn't 10 years ago. 2018 when we went. And this is live weather, Reese. So this is a formation of clouds that's actually happening as well. Uncle Des died in 2020. So me and Lorna were there 2018. And we went to London that year. And we went back in 2019. And we didn't do London because we didn't like it the first time, so we weren't going to waste our money going back there. So we ended up taking Uncle Des out every day that we were there, down to places like Southsea, Southampton, Plymouth, not Plymouth, Portsmouth, which was his favourite place. There we go, skipping the clouds. It's fantastic. Yeah, when there's a thunderstorm brew up, I'll just show you. You can just see the green patch there. That means there's rain up there. So if that green patch was red, there'd be a thunderstorm there, which is just off to our back left. And you would see the clouds go up. Generally speaking, they actually, I can't remember what the app is that tells you of thunder strikes. So all that's incorporated into it as well. So we come down to 5,000 feet. We come down through the clouds. And you can see the clouds are quite heavy here, so there's a bit of rain happening. Yeah, it's looking pretty dark and dodgy there. Aye, I've seen that program. When they released like loads of little balls so that they can take a reading of what's happening. Can't remember the name of that program. So generally, I'll just show you, because you can do this on your app. And the Navigraph app, it's got a wee weather button. So you can press the weather button and it'll tell you what the weather is. If there's any rain. So it's not forecasted for rain at the moment. Anyway. There you go, there's the weather. As you can see, behind us there's a bit of rain. Bit of rain there. Bit of rain out here. So this is the weather forecast as we speak. But all clear for coming into London. No, I would imagine getting into a storm would be fantastic. So down to 3,000 feet so that we can look out for the Thames. Yeah, it's quite good, Reese. You can check it for, well, any part of the world. So get the main railway line there. I'm not sure what train station that would be. Hold on, I just checked Navigraph, see where we're at. Right, so I'm going to fly over London. Right, we're going to come over Heathrow. See if we can disrupt some flights that are coming down. So descend down to 2,000 feet. We're not far away from London Heathrow. Probably about 10 miles. Isn't that cool? Coming in through the clouds. It's a bit that I like actually in the flight simulator. Popping through the clouds. There you go, just coming to the base. And it's a bit windy, it's a bit turbulent. You can just see the nose of the plane moving. Oh, and it looks as if there is a bit of rain happening. So we're heading straight for Heathrow. And I can just make it, I'm pretty sure that's rain. You can see London Heathrow Airport in the distance there, and there's a bit of sunshine on it. So we'll fly right over the top of that. And you can just make out an airplane up here. Yeah, when you've got the it's the same on the VR on the screen on the monitor. VR's good because you bob up and down. It's quite cool, but I can only manage half an hour in the VR. I started to feel sick. I'll just check the. So if I come straight over the top of London Heathrow, I'll pick up the River Thames automatically. And there's that plane coming into land. Just see it there. So whoever that is, it's coming into land. Don't know if you can make it out. I fly towards them. Windsor Castle Reese. He's going to be down before I even get anywhere near him. And he's down. Yeah, he's down. I'm going to take it off autopilot in a minute. Just checking Navigraph. You wonder why I'm looking out the right window. Just so I know where I'm picking up the Thames. Right over the top of London Heathrow Airport. Air Force One doesn't go on. You can't track Air Force One on flight radar, I don't think. That's immune to it. Right, where is the Thames? As soon as we see a bit of river, you can just make out the skyscrapers of London ahead, just under the cloud there, where it's raining. I'm not sure what that is. Might be Wembley. There's Wembley Football Stadium. Is it? Or is it Tottenham? And that's not Wembley, might be Tottenham. Right, as soon as we see the river, oh there it is. Because of the tight turns on this, I'll be going flaps 1. Right, so we're following the River Thames into London. Let's see if we can notice any landmarks. Don't know what that is. Now slowly playing down even more. Try to keep an eye on my speed here. I'll just get up a wee bit. Right, what? I don't know what football stadium that was. Right, so we're coming up towards where the London Eye and Big Ben, the Houses of Parliament are. I don't know what's the name of Lord Sugar's building. I think we should be flying past that as well. Don't know the name of these bridges. The Shard, that's it. Oh, is that it there? Is that the Shard there? That silver looking thing. There's a London Wheel. Is that the Shard? I wonder if that's the Shard. There you go, there's the London Eye. There's the Houses of Parliament there, Reese. Big Ben. The London Eye. Turning round. And there's a, well, if you're saying that's a Shard, then the Shard is there. And then, yeah, it is, and it's raining. So that'll be the Shard, yeah? Wonder what this pointy one is in. There you go. There's London Bridge. Let's see if I can fly through it. Oh. Oh. Pull up. I nearly hit it. Right, so I need to look for London City Airport. You ducked. I know the city airport is right on the Thames. So I'm hoping we find it and we can land. Right, I'm looking for the airport. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, there it's there. I've just seen EastEnders. There's the O2 Arena there. Right. Let's get landed at London City Airport. Oh, it's a busy airport. A few planes there. And there we go. Yes, there is A320 size, and that's it. That's the maximum size because it's quite a heavy descent into the airport. So get British Airways. Let's go up and see who's all in. Another British Airways. Another British Airways. What's this? Aer Lingus. Well, I'm not sure who that is. It's an Italian job anyway. British Airways, another British Airways, Swiss Air I think. Oh look, here, race, look. There's a plane coming into land. Yeah, the rain effects are great. You get Luxembourg or Luxair. And I don't know who that is. Polish. Or Lottie. Irish, that would be good. We'll go up to Edinburgh. Edinburgh's a bit busier than Newcastle. Take a drive up. Take a drive up one evening after work. Sort of kind of, I don't know, when's the summer solstice? Is it June? I think it'll be June. So yeah, we've got some time towards the end of May. We'll have a fanny about for a couple of hours at Edinburgh Airport. That would be good. Oh, what's that? A fire engine just driven straight past us. The way for a pish. There you go. Doesn't he know where he's going? Fuck it, I'm going to drive straight through a wall, he says. And there we have it. And thank you again for joining me on a flight into London City, taking in the scenes of the River Thames. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe and share to all your friends. Right, Reese, we're going to see you tomorrow, see you Tuesday. Night night, darling. Oh, is he coming in? Have I taken up his oh fuck it, I'm parking on top of this plane. Mad. Right, Reese, take care.